developing tonight, the heartbreaking story of parents overdosing at Children's Hospital. The mother, now dead, found in the child's hospital room. The father, Wesley Landers, is now in prison on $400,000 bond, facing drug and weapons charges. A judge today called this one of the most tragic heroin cases he's ever seen.
The family was at Children's actually for surgery on their young daughter, and now their world is just turned upside down. 9 on your side's Tom McKee has more how this will actually affect the family for years to come. Tom?
Well, that certainly is correct. With Mary Ann Landers dead and Wesley Landers jailed from heroin overdoses here, the grandparents of a 7-month-old girl and her sister are now the new caretakers, at least for the time being. They're already here in town trying to make sure they understand exactly what's going on, but it's going to be a long, hard road for this family. When Wesley Landers and his late wife overdosed on heroin in their daughter's hospital room, they set in motion a devastating chain of events.
Not just the immediate family, the relatives, to the community, to the neighbors, and to all the other things that tie into what we're seeing with this addiction of heroin. Newtown Police Chief Tom Synan knows that all too well as head of Hamilton County's Heroin Task Force. Now grandparents are likely to have 2 young girls to raise. Within a second, they are now the parent. So they're going through that whole process again, and one day they'll have to explain to that child what happened to their family, what happened to their parents, and why are they raising them. But the biggest impact might be on the girls themselves as they grow, according to Georgine Getty of Glad House, which treats children of addicted parents.
What we know for certain is that people are much more likely to use if they have a genetic predisposition for it or if they're in that environment, and these kids have clearly had access to both.
The bottom line is children in that situation have a higher risk of becoming addicts themselves.
13 is the average age of first use in our community, so we try and get to the kids and give them the toolbox that they need to make the right decisions before it becomes an issue in their adolescence.
While Landers awaits trial, there are people who hope this story has a happier ending.
Hopefully he overcomes his demons and he can create a loving and structured situation. If that can't happen, then my prayer for this family is that someone can raise that child in a loving and structured environment.
Now, Chief Synan says the key is to break the cycle of addiction with treatment and with education.